Hey there, it's David Perdue from MyNAMS.com, and this is a special little video presentation demo basically for the insiders. And I'm making this really quickly so you can see how to use this tool, Custom Content Wizard, that Jeff and Jim are releasing in a couple of weeks. But the insiders, I wanted you guys to get this first, so I've begged them to give me the opportunity to give this to you. So you're getting this opportunity before anybody else. And the reason is that this is awesome for the Content Creation Challenge that we're doing this month in August. So here's the tool. When you get the tool, you come in and you click New to start a new content task. Now let's just start by talking about what the purpose of this tool is. You answer a few questions and you're going to create a ton of different templates about that product. So let me show you what I've done right here. So I have already created one. Now there are 39 different questions, and what I've done is gone through that process for my Surefire passive income report. And I've saved it. That's one of the cool things that I love about this thing, is that once you create it, you can save it and edit it. Now that's really important, to be able to come in and edit it. So you answer these questions simply, and I've learned a couple of things. That when you come through, you put the product name in here, here's the link, and when you come through this and you go through and add the questions or add the answers to this system, you don't always want to use capital letters. Even though it says here, example, discover with a D. So really I'm just going to make that a U. Small u there, because it will get used in sentences as well. Never, so I'm going to make that a small N. Oh wait, and no period, because this is going to get used in sentences. Online entrepreneur, that's fine. Passive income, small. I want to make this small as well. So you see what I'm doing here is answering what is the #1 biggest result they want, payoff in this area, example. So I add what that is for me. What's the #1 biggest fear they have in this area? So I add that here. What's the #1 biggest mistake your audience will make? So I add that here. And see, I go through and I make all these changes and I'm editing this. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to save it. So save it. I've even started a browser area, a file area for this, because it was, what was it called? Surefire. I'll save it here. Now I have it. It's saved. Surefire Passive Income template with the CCW extension on it. And now I'm going to build. So I will build, and it goes through, and I'm going to create a text document or a Word document or a PowerPoint document even for a presentation. So what I'm going to do is create a Word template, and it's going to build that. And I'm going to call that my Surefire Passive Income Doc Template. Okay, now I can choose, well actually what I did there was the project data, I built that. So what I want to do is actually choose one of these things. So let's choose the mistakes template. So I've just clicked on that, and now I build it. I'm going to call that my Surefire Passive Income Mistakes Template. Okay, so see, I'm creating my own template here. Okay, now I can view it. There's what it's going to look like. Online Entrepreneur Mistakes Template. The title is Passive Income, the 3 biggest mistakes online entrepreneurs make with passive income. This comes directly from the information that I input into the system. Do you know the 3 biggest mistakes online entrepreneurs? Because I said my target market was online entrepreneurs make with passive income that kill their results. If you want to make money forever from the work you do today, that's what I put in, make money forever from the work you do today, and avoid the passive income mistakes that stop most people dead in their tracks. Read this immediately, because the mistakes and what to do instead are inside this article. Mistake #1, remember I typed this in, not having a framework for evaluating passive income mistakes. So then I would complete here, I would write in that paragraph, what's the mistake? And why is this a mistake? I would read that in. Remember, this is from Jeff's templates specifically, but it's great starter material for whatever product that you want. What should they do instead? Right there. Instead of not having a framework for evaluating passive income opportunities, you should, and then type that in. So you get 3 of those, right? So now that you know the top 3 passive income mistakes and how to avoid them, I'd like to invite you to take your next success steps with your free instant access to Surefire Passive Income. Call to action number 1, option. If you're an online entrepreneur, that's my call right there. I typed in who I wanted. It could be if you are an author, if you are a coach, if you are a whatever, because you told us what you wanted. Who wants to uncover, and this is where the capital letters and the lowercase letters come into play, because I typed this in. Who wants to uncover the 5 simple criteria you can use to evaluate every project to see if it passes the passive income evaluation test. That's my language. I typed that in. And I also typed a period in there, so I need to go back and get rid of the periods. Without scrambling for money every day, that also is mine, by the way, without scrambling for money every day, then Surefire Passive Income, my entry, will help you to using, that needed to be a verb tense change in there, to use the PI test. You can always make sure you're doing. So I can change that tense to it needs to be present tense, not the ing tense. The amount of least work getting the most money for your efforts. And never redo work since it's always works for you with this system, since it always works for you with this system. So click here. Here's the link. So there's the first call to action. Here's the second call to action. Here's the third call to action. Here's the fourth. You can actually change all of those call to actions. So this is, then you can just hand this off and pass it to the outsourcing people if you have people writing for you, because they then know what your topic is about. That's what this part is about. This is to give to your outsourcing person who can go out and write articles for you. Now think about that, because that's the power of this thing. I'll save that. I can go in here and grab all of these templates. Traps template, version 1, version 2, questions they should ask template, problems template, problem stages, myths, mistakes, benefit without worry template, benefit without pain, benefit without mistakes, because remember it asks us what the top 3 of all of those were, the fundamentals template, the fears template. I can create as many of these as I want to for this topic, so I've got like 30 right out of the gate articles about this one topic because I put in the information all at once. Then, if I want to, and I don't know if this is going to work because I haven't done this, but I'm assuming it will. So if I want to save it as a PDF, I just click here. So this is my PDF, and I'm going to go to the barriers template, or let's say I'll go to the basic tips template. I'm going to build it. Okay, this will be Surefire Basic Tips Template. Okay, it's built. Now it's viewing. Let's view it. So it's opening up PowerPoint. There's my options. These are the tips. Passive income, critical passive income tips every online entrepreneur needs to know. What that means is that you're going to have to do a little editing in here, right? We always know that. Option 2, fundamental passive income tips every online entrepreneur needs to know. Do you want to know the 3 important passive income tips every online entrepreneur? You'll want to change these things, obviously, but it gives you the basic information to start with. So if you're an online entrepreneur who wants to know the important tips to make money forever from the work you do today, it just gives you a great place to start with all of these opportunities. And it seems that I'm a little wordy in here because it is filling up the slides a lot. So what I would do is come up here and edit this. Tip number 3. Make sure the programs have great sales funnels that convert. That's the tip. What's the tip? Why is it important? This tip is priceless because, you fill in the blank there. How do they implement this tip to get better passive income results? It's just a great starting point for all of your writing and your presentations. So you know when you do a PowerPoint, all you have to do is come over and add a theme and you've got a new look. So let's grab a theme. And there it is, my new theme. And I can start with editing to create my presentation from this. So now, you know the style of presentations I do a lot of pictures. These could actually be the notes on the pictures. So I could turn these into notes versus bullet points on a page. I could always use short bullet points, edit these down to short bullet points. But look what I've got here is basically a 25-page presentation that's a great starting point. So that's the power of this tool. That's why I want you to have it. That's why you need to get it to start creating your presentations and your documents and your email files and all of that today with this tool that Jeff and Jim have created. I love it. I think it's going to really help us. That's it. Thanks, folks.